We are taught that we should be kind and put other people's needs ahead of our own. But does anyone ever tell us that being too kind and caring can actually be dangerous? We live in a world where we don't always get back what we give. A world full of generous people who eventually realize that their kindness is draining them both financially and emotionally. Could being too kind even put your life at risk? You'd be surprised at the bad things that can happen when you're too nice. Today, I'll walk you through 8 negative consequences of being overly kind, and share 4 tough strategies to stop people from taking advantage of you. Let's begin with number 1. You will have unrealistic expectations from others. The Stoics taught us to accept things as they are and not tie our happiness to what others do. Giving without expecting too much in return protects you from disappointment and trains you to detach emotionally, which leads to a calmer mind. Whether we realize it or not, it's hard to be completely selfless when we give. Deep down, when we give our all, we expect others to do the same when it's our turn to receive. The problem is, you end up conditioning people to rely on you for everything, both in their lives and yours, while neglecting your own needs. And if you're not taking care of yourself, why would anyone else? The truth is, your hopes for reciprocity will likely be unmet, leaving you feeling drained, moody, angry, and sad. But if we're being honest, people aren't really letting you down. They're just doing what you should be doing, looking after their own responsibilities. People will come to expect things from you, which brings us to point 2. The Stoics reminded us that true value lies in acting with reason and virtue, not simply doing what others want. Practicing moderation in giving helps you stay in control of your actions and prevents you from forming habits that damage your mental health. You've probably heard your whole life that people are creatures of habit, and it's true, we adjust to routines and get comfortable in patterns. That's what the idea of the comfort zone is all about. So when you're always giving, the people you help will expect it constantly. They'll become comfortable, and that comfort will make them lazy because they know you'll do everything. If you don't value yourself, don't expect others to tell you to. Especially not the people who benefit from your kindness, won't want to lose their personal Robin Hood. Third, your own goals will be ignored. The Stoics believed in living by reason and virtue, setting boundaries, and prioritizing your own responsibilities to maintain balance and protect your identity and well-being. If you constantly put others first, you might be running from something painful inside you. Ask yourself, how do you feel when you're alone on the weekend? When you come home and no one is there to greet you? If you're always busy with others because you're avoiding your own inner reality, the eventual crash will be harder. Not only will you be forced to face yourself, but your mood will also worsen as you continue to sideline your own needs. Self-care is essential for well-being. You can't help others feel better if you're not happy, rested, and taken care of yourself. Don't give someone a chocolate unless you've enjoyed one first. Don't clean someone else's house unless your own is clean and you've relaxed with a good movie and a glass of wine. The rest of the world can wait. Fourth, people will see you as weak and treat you accordingly. Stoicism teaches us to be strong and self-disciplined. By setting boundaries and respecting yourself, you show others that you are serious about your life. Responsibilities and ideals should earn you respect, not pity or exploitation, but if you help people too much, you may end up being seen as weak instead. While you might assume that constantly offering help builds a reputation for competence or leadership, the opposite is often true. When you don't set limits, people start to view you not as strong or generous, but as someone who can be manipulated. Just like employees who always take on the tasks their boss avoids, people will come to you to dump their responsibilities because they know you won't say no. Ironically, the moment you start saying the magic word, no, they'll begin to feel something they never expected, respect. Until then, you'll have a long line of butters, people who only show up when they need something. Stoicism reminds us that wisdom means knowing who deserves our help and who doesn't. With clarity and self-control, we can distinguish genuine relationships from one-sided ones, so we don't waste our time or energy. People you once considered good friends may suddenly only want to spend time with you when they're in need. Think about it. How often do people invite their co-workers or employees out for coffee, let alone a beer? What's happening to you makes sense, but that doesn't make it fair. That's why you need to learn the strategies we'll discuss at the end to stop people from taking advantage of your kindness. Sixth, you'll end up surrounded by people who only want to take, not give. With calm judgment, we can form mutual relationships based on real value. People are drawn to us because of the energy we emit. If your energy is low, you'll attract low vibration people, those who are negative, depressed, draining, or manipulative. But when your energy is high, you'll attract people who are positive, motivated, kind, and full of life. The problem is, when you give endlessly, you deplete yourself, and your energy drops. This makes you a magnet for users and opportunists, who will take everything and vanish without even a thank you. Seventh, you might get hooked on something unhealthy. The Stoics taught the value of composure and self-control. When giving becomes excessive or compulsive, it forms bad habits that disrupt your relationship with your own actions. Constant rest, time, or fulfillment creates a craving that can become an addiction. You may find yourself drinking too much, eating too much, gambling, or engaging in other escapes. When someone close to you points this out, your first reaction may be anger or denial, but pay attention. People who care about you aren't attacking you. They're trying to help you stop falling deeper. Lastly, number 8, your kindness might make people suspicious. Stoicism teaches us to act rightly regardless of what others think. But in a world where genuine kindness is rare, people often react with doubt instead of gratitude. If you're too kind, people might wonder what you're hiding or assume you have ulterior motives. That doesn't always mean they're bad. It just reflects a general lack of trust in others. Sadly, too many overly generous people in the past have hidden harmful intentions behind kindness. So now, even your good deeds may be met with suspicion. This is why it's important to stay true to your values and avoid losing yourself in the need to be liked. And now, let's explore what you can do to stop people from taking advantage of you. Strategy number 1. Pay close attention to how you feel, because your emotions are always trying to tell you something. Based on the Stoic idea of self-awareness, one of the most important things you can do is pay attention to how you feel. because your emotions are messengers. And the Stoics believed that deep reflection helps you understand your desires, motivations, and boundaries. By staying aware of your emotional state, you can recognize when you're overextending yourself or mentally burning out. And this awareness gives you the power to shift your focus and restore a healthy balance. Ask yourself honestly, how does helping others make you feel? Putting yourself first is not selfish. It's a form of kindness toward yourself, and when you do it right, it should make you feel light and at peace, like walking on clouds. But if you find yourself constantly exhausted, irritated, overwhelmed, or feeling used, that's your inner signal telling you to stop ignoring your needs. Don't lie to yourself when something that isn't your responsibility starts affecting your well-being. Instead, observe how your generosity impacts your health. Strategy number 2 is simple but powerful. Don't be afraid of the word no. The Stoics taught that our time and energy are valuable, and we must use them wisely. Saying no when you're overwhelmed or being asked for something unreasonable is not harsh, it's a sign of maturity and self-respect. We often associate no with negativity or guilt, but the truth is that not learning to say it invites chaos and resentment into our lives. Practice saying it in the mirror, rehearse it until it feels natural, and remind yourself that no is the doorway to freedom and peace of mind. Strategy 3. You have a time and space of your own and protect it. Following Stoic values of discipline and self-worth, carve out time to do things that recharge you. It could be exercise, art, music, tea, or simply silence. Prioritize finishing your responsibilities early so you can genuinely enjoy this time. Take it so seriously that you literally schedule it daily or weekly and treat it as sacred. If someone tries to interrupt it, they better be kind, helpful, and worthy of that moment. And if not, you say no without guilt. If you prefer a softer approach, you can offer help at another time, but clearly and confidently set limits, making it known that your time is already committed. Strategy 4. Identify the energy vampires and keep your distance. The Stoics emphasized self-discipline and practical wisdom, knowing which people elevate you and which ones drain your spirit. Some relationships are harmful, no matter how much kindness you offer. These energy thieves bring constant complaints, negative energy, and a catastrophic mindset that they refuse to let go of. Helping them is a trap because they don't actually want solutions, they want to stay in their misery. Protecting yourself from these people isn't cruelty, it's self-preservation. In conclusion, Stoic wisdom teaches us that balance is the key to everything, and generosity is no exception. If you give too little, you appear selfish and disconnected, but if you give too much, you risk losing your health, peace, and identity. So live in the gray zone, that space between extremes where you can honor both your needs and those of others. And when you're uncertain about what to do, just remember the most powerful word you have: no. Especially when someone's trying to offer you a ride from the window of their car, don't forget, even kindness has boundaries. We've reached the end of this journey, and I truly hope these insights help you reclaim your time, energy, and clarity. You are a vital part of this community, so if this message helped you reflect, shift your mindset, or learn something new, Give it a thumbs up so others can discover the strength of Stoic wisdom. And if you haven't yet, check out our ebook on how to apply Stoicism in your everyday life. Subscribe now for your daily dose of grounded growth and timeless wisdom.